Well, guys, we are here at the Hilton in St. Louis. This is where we are going for the coin show today. There's a ton of construction and people waiting to get in. So, yeah, we excited though today, guys. We are going to be going in and looking and trying to find some awesome silver and coins and other cool stuff. And of course, I'll be doing a video, maybe it'll be this video where I show you all the cool stuff that I picked up. So, thanks for joining me. Let's get inside. As you can see by our intro there, I was at the coin show this weekend. Quite specifically, the St. Louis Numismatic Association coin show put on at the Hilton by the airport every single year. Now, this is generally one of the busiest coin shows in St. Louis every year, and this year was no exception, but maybe not for the reason that you are thinking. And the reason I say that is because this show was busy last year as well, but last year it was busy for a totally different reason. So I'm going to talk to you about that today and show you some of the awesome stuff that I picked up. So I hope that you guys stick with me. But before we get there, do me a favor, go down below and make sure you are subscribed. I really appreciate it and it greatly helps me out. All right, let's get into it. My channel is sponsored by sdbullion.com. New customers can get their first order of gold or silver at spot by going to sdbullion.com/new. All right, so this show was definitely busy. It's busy every single year, but it was different busy this year than it was last year. Now, admittedly, this is a 3-day show, and I was only there on Friday, so I didn't go Saturday or Sunday. I was there on Friday for a few hours, and I took the time to walk around and talk to a number of different dealers about what's going on in the market, how the show was going so far, you know, the time that I was there. And one thing I'll tell you that I noticed is that while it was busy, it really wasn't busy for bullion. I mean, there was certainly people buying bullion, but it was priced so cheaply that how could you say no? And let me give you a perfect example. I'm going to throw a picture that I did get off of the show floor here. This dealer had Silver Eagles priced at $5.20 per tube. Now, if you do the math, that is $25.50 per coin, which is only $3.50 over spot. And they were actually offering them. I was standing there watching. People that were asking about them, they were saying if you take a full monster box, because they had multiple sealed monster boxes, they had multiple sealed monster boxes selling for just $3 per ounce over spot. That is for sealed U.S. Silver Eagles. And while there were certainly people interested in asking questions, not one person had bid. And what's even more surprising is not even another dealer had bid, because it had been on the floor long enough that you would imagine that if a dealer needed them, that's cheaper than you can get them for wholesale. And just to prove it, here is one wholesale sheet right here. They are more than $3 an ounce over spot from this wholesaler. This is a wholesaler that dealers generally buy from. They were this bullion dealer, this coin dealer was selling these on the floor cheaper than they could replace them for with their wholesaler. And they actually told me that, by the way, so I'm assuming they probably use the same wholesaler, and they weren't selling. Like, again, people were asking questions, and admittedly, like I said, I was only there Friday, so maybe Saturday and Sunday, maybe they did eventually sell. In fact, I would imagine that they did. And to be honest with you, if I had the money, I would have bought them at 3 over spot. I would have been happy to buy Silver Eagles, 1,000 ounces, though. I didn't have the money. I did pick up a couple of tubes, and they were very nice to me and gave me the same deal as if I bought the monster box, but it wasn't much different between just buying the tube and buying the full monster box. Even if you just bought one tube, what they were advertising them for with the sign right there on the show floor, it was cheaper than their wholesaler was selling them for. And so, I talked to them and I talked to a bunch of other dealers, and they told me kind of the same thing. They said silver is certainly selling, but people are no longer wanting to pay the premiums that they paid last year. And what that tells me, guys, is that the people that, we had talked about this before, but those people that got into silver during the silver squeeze, either they're gone or they've learned what silver bullion premiums actually should be in a normal market. Because, what happened in the last few years, especially last year, 2023, with the banking crisis and the high premiums, is that, I've said this, the people that bought those, spot is lower now, premiums are way lower now. There's no way they're going to be, if they needed to sell, and hopefully they didn't buy it to sell. And for the record, so many people will comment and say, well, you shouldn't be buying silver if you're planning on selling it right away. I agree. Like, when I buy silver for my deep stack, that is the stuff that I put into the back of the safe, if you will, and I never intend to touch. I don't pay attention to, what it's going to sell for a month later. I just look at the numbers. I look at the premiums. I look at the best price. And if I have money that I want to put into silver and put back, That's what I do. I wish I had the money to buy those 2 monster boxes, because to be honest with you, if I had money to buy monster boxes of silver that I could put into my deep stack, I would have absolutely taken advantage of those at just 3 over spot. But I did get a couple of tubes at least. Now, what was selling though? What was selling was collectibles and numismatics. This is a soft pack GSA silver dollar. This is a piece seller right here. You guys have never seen these, but numismatic collectible coins, those were selling. I mean, there were people at every table I went to, there were people sitting down going through boxes of collectible coins, binders of collectible coins, even collectible silver. For example, these 2 dragons right here, people were buying stuff like this, even though these dragons, and I'm telling you, I watched this happen, even though things like this, like these dragons had a higher premium per ounce than Silver Eagle, people were buying them. Now, they weren't buying them to stack, they were buying them to collect. So I watched someone, oh, I really like those dragons, I'll take one of those. Well, the dragons were a lot more than Silver Eagles, but everyone has Silver Eagles, so they're not looking to stack them. They just want to buy one of these because they're cool and it's a collectible. A good example is the same dealer that had those Eagles had a bunch of these swords, and I was only there Friday. By the time I left, all of these swords were gone. I picked up a few myself. These are beautiful, by the way. They have an insanely high premium. I paid I paid a lot for these, but they are very, very awesome. And I do like the collectability aspect, the low mintage aspect, you know, stuff like that was selling. I picked up some silver bullets, as you can see right here. I'll actually go through and show you the clip of me going inside of the bag and pulling all this stuff out. Numismatics were selling, collectibles were selling, soft pack GSAs, you know, Carson City, Morgan, Silver Dollar, so on and so forth. This kind of stuff was selling on the floor, and I think you are starting to see a shift now that the interest in silver has kind of waned a little bit. I think you're starting to see a shift back into just numismatic coins. I don't look at a piece seller soft pack GSA and say, hey, that's a high premium. No, that's its value because it's a collectible piece. The fact that it's silver is secondary to the fact that, you know, for example, this one, it's secondary to the fact that it's a Carson City GSA. And the value, or I shouldn't say the value, but the price of these has actually fallen recently as well. So honestly, between you and me, I think that there's a reason people are getting back into this stuff, because for a while, this stuff was priced very, very high, and the cost of these, like the price of these, is actually starting to come down, and so people are going back into it to take advantage of the lowering price on collectible coins as well. But, you know, this show, and I'm going to show you this clip in a second of some of the stuff that I picked up and kind of my thoughts as I was walking out. This show was busy, but it just wasn't busy for Bullion. Oh, and another thing that I saw, I totally forgot about this. There was actually a dealer that had Cougarans, 1 ounce gold Cougarans on the floor, for $10 over spot. You know, that's for a $2,000 coin. A premium of $10 is less than 1%. It's like 0.5% over spot. And I don't know if they sold. Again, I was only there for, you know, on Friday, so they very well may have sold them, but they weren't selling while I was there. But man, the collectible stuff, every single table, people were sitting down, going through coins, looking at collectible coins, looking at Morgan silver dollars, Peace silver dollars. The harder to find stuff, people were absolutely looking for that. So I was looking, however, for silver. So, you know, like these, I picked up some of these. Actually, let me just run this clip. When I came out, I just kind of go into the bag and show you what I picked up, including these really cool Steamboat Willies. Here it is. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stuff I did get. I'm going to pop my trunk open here. And I did look around. I don't see anyone, but I have my gun on me just in case, you know. But let's go ahead and take a look in my backpack, because I did pick up some stuff. So I saw these. These are really cool. I picked up 5 tubes of these, and you'll see right here. Take a look at this. Sorry, I had to open it, but take a look. This right here, these are 1 ounce silver Steamboat Willies, and the reason that these are even a thing is because right now the Steamboat Willie that's no longer owned by Disney, like it's free to everybody. What do you call it? It's not open source. Oh my gosh. But anyway, Steamboat Willie is no longer copyright, so I picked up some of those, and then we got I picked up some Proof Eagles. So this is a 2014 W Proof 70 right here, and I picked up some more. We got another 2012. This one right here is a 2012 S out of the San Francisco Eagle set. Like I said, I picked up 5 tubes of those. I did go ahead and pick up 2 tubes of the Silver Eagles that they were selling for $5.20 a roll. they actually allowed me to take 2 rolls at $5.10 a piece, which again, that's $3 over spot. Really excited to be able to get those. Take a look at this. These are 2.5 ounce Sword of St. Michael, 2.5 ounce silver. They have their own custom capsule. I picked up 5 of those, and I picked up some tubes of these 2 ounce silver dragons. These are the 2024 dragons. I picked up some tubes of those. I picked up a couple of 1 ounces as well, but I got a few of those. And then inside these bags here, take a look. We have some 1 ounce silver bullets. So we also have some 2 ounce silver bullets in this bag. So to give you an idea, picked up a lot of cool stuff today. And yeah, those are beautiful. I love those. I've had them before. So, some of this heads to my deep stack, of course. Some of these I got for other purposes. And, yeah. Good time at the coin show, though. We'll get this zip back up. I know I just talked recently about having a briefcase, and I forgot my briefcase. And there you go, guys. So I hope you learned a little bit about what's going on in the market based off of my experience in this coin show. Now, of course, it could be different in other parts of the country, and your local coin shop may be different than what I experienced here, but seeing it from so many dealers all in one place really gives me an idea of what's going on in the market. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, learned a little bit. And if you did, leave me a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. What's it like in your shop and in your town? I would love to know. I'm going to put this video up here. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a great one, and that's the next thing you should watch. Other than that, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time.